Imagine there's an ancient teaching that could unlock everything you've ever wanted. Success, love, peace, happiness, all of it. What if I told you that this teaching has been hidden for centuries, lost to time, but today you're about to discover it? Sounds crazy, right? Stay with me because by the end of this video, I'm going to share a truth that's been erased from history books, ignored by many, but is still as powerful as it was thousands of years ago. And the best part, it could change your life. Not next week, not in a year, but today. You're not here by accident. There's a reason you found this video at this exact moment, and it's because deep down, you're ready for something more, something bigger. So if you've ever felt like there's a missing piece, like you've been searching for something but you just don't know what it is, then trust me, this is it. And once you understand this ancient principle, everything in your life could shift. So why haven't you heard of this before? Why isn't everyone talking about this if it's so powerful? Well, that's because this knowledge has been hidden. For centuries, powerful institutions, whether they were religious, political, or even cultural, have tried to keep this teaching from getting out. Why? Because if you knew just how powerful you really are, everything would change. Have you ever felt like life is just happening to you? Like you're stuck in a cycle where things don't seem to improve? Well, part of the reason is that most of us haven't been told the truth about the power we have inside. The truth that we're not just passive players in life, but creators of it. Think about that for a second. What if you could create the life you want, instead of just reacting to what happens? By the way, if this is already resonating with you, hit the like button below so I know I'm on the right track. Because trust me, you're not alone if you've been feeling like there's something missing. Let's talk about the ancient teachers who knew this secret. I'm talking about people like Jesus, Buddha, Hermes, the great spiritual leaders who shaped human history. Now, what's really fascinating is that even though these figures lived in different times and places, they all taught a version of the same message, that the power to create, to manifest, lies within you. Jesus once said, "The kingdom of heaven is within you." Buddha taught that all that we are is the result of what we have thought. And Hermes from ancient Egypt wrote, "As above, so below, as within, so without." They were all pointing to the same thing. Your inner world creates your outer world. But here's the problem. Over time, these teachings were misinterpreted, or even worse, erased. For example, there's a text called the Lost Gospel of Thomas, which didn't make it into the Bible, but it contains some of the most powerful teachings Jesus ever shared. Teachings that show us exactly how to use the power of our minds to shape our reality. So why were these teachings kept hidden? It's simple. When you control someone's beliefs, you control their reality. And when you realize how much power you actually have, well, no one can control you anymore. If that makes sense to you, comment below. Let me know if you've ever felt like there's more to the story than what you've been told. All right, here's where it gets really interesting. Because the truth is, the power to change your life has always been inside you. But most of us have been taught to look outside ourselves for answers, whether it's to experts, the media, or even friends and family. But what if I told you that the power you've been searching for has been inside you this entire time? Here's a question. Have you ever had one of those days where everything seems to go wrong, and it feels like the universe is just against you? Or maybe the opposite, where everything falls into place, and you feel like you're on top of the world? That's not luck. That's the power of your mind and your beliefs shaping your reality. When you really understand that the kingdom is within you, just like Jesus and Buddha taught, you start to see that your thoughts and emotions aren't just reactions to what happens in your life. They're the very things creating it. Take a second right now and think about something in your life that you'd like to change. Got it? Good. Now, imagine what would happen if you could start changing that situation, not by working harder or stressing more, but by shifting your beliefs about it. This is what those ancient teachers were really trying to tell us. So let's dive into this Lost Gospel of Thomas and the key message it holds. In this text, Jesus says something that's been erased from most teachings. He says, "If those who lead you say, 'Look, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds will get there before you. If they say, 'It's in the sea,' then the fish will get there first. But the kingdom is inside you and outside you." Now, what does that mean? Basically, it's a warning not to give away your power to anyone or anything outside of yourself. If you're constantly looking for answers from others, whether it's the media, your friends, or even so-called experts, you're giving them control over your life. But if you realize that the kingdom, the source of everything you want, is inside you, that's when you start to take back control. And when you know that, your whole reality changes. The message is simple. Don't give your power away to outside sources. Take control of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions, and watch how the world around you begins to shift. If this is making sense to you, drop a comment below and say, "I'm ready," because this is where things get real. Now, you might be wondering, if this power is inside all of us, why aren't we all living the lives of our dreams? Why do so many of us feel stuck, lost, or powerless? The answer is that society, media, and even the people closest to us often tell us that we're not enough. We're constantly bombarded with messages about what we should fear, what we should buy, or how we should live. And over time, those messages shape our beliefs, making us feel small, stuck, or like we're just victims of circumstance. But here's the truth. The only thing holding you back from tapping into your full power is the belief that you don't have it. I want you to think back to a time when you achieved something you thought was impossible. It could be anything: a job, a relationship, a personal goal. What happened? You believed, even if just for a moment, that it was possible. And that belief is what created your reality. So why not start believing bigger? All right, now let's get practical. How do you actually activate this power inside you? It starts with something simple: awareness. You need to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs that are shaping your reality right now. Here's a quick exercise you can do tomorrow morning. As soon as you wake up, take a few minutes and write down one thing you want to happen today. It could be something small, like getting a phone call you've been waiting for, or something bigger, like making progress on a goal you've been working on. Now, here's the important part. After you write it down, I want you to take a few deep breaths and visualize it happening. Really feel what it would be like if that thing came true. How would you feel? What would you do? Then let it go. Don't stress about it. Just see what happens. I'm telling you, I've done this myself, and I'm always amazed at how things start to shift when you make that simple intention. You see, what we focus on grows. That's not just some new age concept. It's a principle that's backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science. In psychology, there's something called the reticular activating system, RAS, which is basically a filter in your brain that determines what you notice and pay attention to. So when you set an intention or focus on a goal, your brain starts filtering out anything that doesn't align with that intention and brings more of what does into your awareness. It's the same with your beliefs. If you believe you're capable of achieving something, your brain will start noticing opportunities that align with that belief. But if you believe you're stuck, you'll only see obstacles. This is exactly what ancient teachers like Jesus and Buddha were talking about when they said the kingdom is within you, your inner world. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions create your outer world. Change the inside, and the outside changes automatically. So let's bring this all together. The truth is, you are far more powerful than you've been led to believe. The kingdom isn't in the sky or the sea or in someone else's hands. It's inside you. Right now, you have the ability to start creating the life you want, and it doesn't take some massive overhaul of your life. It starts with something as simple as shifting your beliefs. Remember that exercise I mentioned? Tomorrow morning, write down that one intention, visualize it, and then watch how your day unfolds. If you're ready to take back control and start manifesting your dreams, hit that subscribe button right now. Join this community of people who are ready to unlock their true potential. And if you're committed to tapping into this power, leave a comment below with "I'm ready." Let's create this reality together.